Good morning. The topic is merge sort. We completed bubble sort, insertion sort, and selection sort. Now it's time to discuss about merge sort. Uh, Merge sort follows the rule of divide and conquer. To sort a given set of numbers, elements recursively, hence consuming less time. One more time, merge sort follows divide and conquer rule. So, and it also works in recursive manner. So it takes less time to sort. In the last two tutorials, we learned about selection sort and insertion sort, both of which have a worst case running time of order of n square. As the size of input grows, insertion and selection sort can take a long time to run. Merge sort, on the other hand, runs in order of n into log n time in all the cases. Means when we compare with selection sort and insertion sort, it takes less time to sort. Before jumping on to how merge sort works and its implementation, first let us understand what is the rule of divide and conquer. Okay, we say that merge sort works on the principle of divide and conquer. So before going to know how merge sort works, we need to know what is the rule of or principle of divide and conquer. See, that is divide and conquer. If we can break a single big problem into smaller subproblems, solve the smaller subproblems and combine their solutions to find the solution for the original big problem, it becomes easier to solve the whole problem. That is a divide and conquer strategy. Divide, conquer and combine. This is called divide and this is just like a divide and rule, right? Suppose you have a big problem, but you are unable to solve that big problem by a single one, right, or yourself. So at the time, the big problem can be divided into smaller subproblems, and each and every small subproblem is assigned to someone, and all those are solve that subproblems. And if you combine the solutions of all subproblems, then you can get the solution for the big problem, right? Let us say one example. Our main problem is big problem is we have to clear the benches of your class to outside, right? How many rows are there in your class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows are there in your classroom. So is it possible to change the benches from inside classroom to outside classroom by a single person? Yes, it is possible, but it takes a huge much amount of time. So to solve the whole problem very easily, you can divide the whole problem into smaller subproblems, like first row is assigned to someone, second row is assigned to someone, third row is assigned to someone, fourth row is assigned to one person, fifth row and sixth row. So the problem can be divided, whole problem can be divided into 6 subproblems. So each and every subproblem can be assigned to a single person. So every person, very easy to clear the benches of one row by a single person, because it has only 6 benches. Okay, so you can combine the solutions of all these problems. You can get the solution of the original problem. Like our main problem is to clear all the benches from your classroom. So it is solved. So that is divide and conquer, right? Like that, suppose I want to the main problem is I want to collect the information of all students of NGI. See, Newton's group of institutions may consist of BTech, MTech, TTC, Diploma. So, is it possible to collect the information of all the students by a single one? No, because it is a big problem and it takes a long time to or huge amount of time to collect. So, I can divide the whole problem into sub problems like one person is assigned to BTech, one person is assigned to Diploma, one person is assigned to MTech, and one person is assigned to TTC. And again, the problem can be divided into one more sub problems like all ECE students information is gathered by one person, CSE students gather information is gathered by some person, like that. So the division of a big problem can be divided into sub problems until the sub problem can be solved by yourself, right? The division is carried out. The division of problem can be carried out until the problem can be solved by yourself. So if all those people are solved the sub problems, then definitely you can get the solution of the original big problem. That is divide and conquer. Hope you understand my point. Right? See here, divide the first. The concept of divide and conquer involves 3 steps: divide, conquer, and combine. See, divide the problem into multiple sub-problems. First, divide the problem into multiple sub-problems. Conquer means solution. The sub-problems by solving them. The idea is to break down the problem into atomic sub-problems. Atomic means small sub-problems. Here small means the problem which is solved by the user, where they are actually solved. Combine the solutions of the sub-problems to find the solution of the actual problem. So if you are combining the solutions of atomic problems or small problems, we can get the solution of the original big problem. See, this is divide and conquer, which consists of, one more time, 3 steps: divide, conquer, and combine. Divide means the whole problem or big problem can be divided into smaller sub problems. The division is carried out until the problem can be solved by the user. Conquer means solve the sub problem or atomic problem. The combine means after completion of solving all atomic problems or small problems, the solutions are combined. Then we can get the solution of the original problem. See here the diagram: problem, divide, sub problem, divide sub problem. So here problem can be divided into 2 sub problems, and the sub problem is solved and the solution to the sub problem. Those 2 solutions are combined to get the solution of the main problem, right? One more time, see, the problem can be divided into 2 sub problems. The 2 sub problems are solution, and the solutions of 2 sub problems are combined. Next, how merge sort works. As we have already discussed, the merge sort utilizes divide and conquer rule to break the problem into sub problems. The problem in this case being sorting a given array. In merge sort, we break the given array midway. For example, if the original array had 6 elements, then merge sort will break it down into 2 sub arrays with 3 elements each. But breaking the original array into 2 smaller sub arrays is not helping us in sorting the array. So we will break these sub arrays into even smaller sub arrays until we have multiple sub arrays with a single element in them. I already told you it is not break the whole problem into only 2 parts. The breaking down or means breaking is carried out until the sub problem is possible to solve. Okay, Now the idea here is that an array with a single element is already sorted. So once we break the original array into subarrays which has only a single element, we have successfully broken down our problem into base problems, and then we have to merge all these sorted subarrays step by step to form a single sorted array. See, this is an example of merge sort. Let us consider an array with values 4, 7, 3, 12, 9, 11, 6, 12. Below we have a pictorial representation of how merge sort will sort the given array. See, 14, 7, 3, 12, 9, 11, 6, 12. First it can be divided into two parts, 14, 7, 3, 12 and 9, 11, 6, 2. Again, now these two are the subproblems which are unable to solve. So if you feel that this is the division of an arrays which are not in a position to solve, again this can be divided into two parts, 14, 7, 3, 12. Again it can be divided into 9, 11, 6, 2. So now you feel that it is also not in a position to solve. Again it can be divided into two sub problems like 14, 7, 3, 12, 9, 11, 6, 12, 6, 2. So here the problem, the array contains or problem is in a position to solve, or the array consists of only single element. Okay, so now you have to start the merging procedure. You have to start the merging procedure, like while you merge you can sort the elements. See, 14, 7. So now we combine these two solutions, 7 and 14, and here 3, 12. So 3, 12 we can say merge the same, 9, 11, 9, 11 and 6, 2. So 2, 6. Again we can combine these two, 7, 14, 3, 12. So 3, 7, 12, 14. 9, 11, 2, 6. 2, 6, 9, 11. Again we combine these two, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14. So this is the process of sorting the elements in merge sort. So it uses, one more time, divide and conquer strategy. First divide the big problem into smaller sub problems. The division is going on until the sub problem is solved by the user. Mean very small sub problems. Next, in merge sort we follow the following steps. First we take a variable p and store starting index of our array in this, and we take another variable r and store the last index of the array in it. Then we find the middle of the array using the formula p plus q by p plus r by 2 and mark the middle index as q, and break the array into two sub arrays from p to q and q plus 1 to r. Then we divide these two sub arrays again, just like we divide our main array, and this continues. Once we have divided the main array into sub arrays with single elements, then we start merging the sub arrays. This is the process of whatever we done this example. Thus here we have to follow some procedure. The procedure is same. See, merge sort time complexities. Best case time complexity is order of n into log n, worst case complexity is order of n into log n, and average case time complexity is also order of n into log n. So the time complexity for merge sort in all the cases, that is best, worst and average case, is order of n into log n. Then comes to space complexity, how much space occupied by the merge sort. The space complexity of merge sort is order of n. Applications of merge sort: inversion count problem, external sorting, e-commerce applications. These are the applications of merge sort. This is another example of merge sort. See, here we have the values 6, 5, 12, 10, 9, 1. So we can divide this array into two sub arrays 6, 5, 12, 10, 9, 1. Again you can divide these three elements into two sub arrays 6 and 5, 12, 10 and 9, 1. Again 6 same, 5, 12, 10, 9, 1. So here in 1, 2, 3, 4th, in 4th line the array consists of only single elements 6, 5, 12, 10, 9, 1. See, this is the case which are in a position to solve the problem because the array consists of only one element. Now we start to solve and combine the solutions of the problem. See, 6. Now 5 and 12 are combined. While combining, you have to arrange the elements in a sorted order 5, 12, 10, and 9, 1 can be arrange them in a sorted order like 1, 9. Now again we can combine 6 array and 5, 12. Next 5, 6, 12. Next 1, 9, 10. Then combine these two arrays 1, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. So this is the process of sort the elements by using merge sort. Okay, one more time, it follows the divide and conquer strategy. Divide the subproblem, solve the subproblems, and combine the solutions of the subproblem. We can get the solution to the original subproblem, right?